stock investors and stock traders. I hope all of you had a fantastic day. I had a very good day, even though the market just did kind of okay today. I was able to turn a really nice profit today. A lot of the stocks that we had on the top 7 really moved, and so there were some great things that happened, that's for sure. Finished with a 5.76% return, so that is the 8th day in a row showing a positive return, so I of course love that. And month to date, if you're following the top 7 and you're buying and selling the stocks in part of the Patreon group that we have set up, you are probably very close to a 12.65% positive return so far this month. So far so good, definitely. Year to date, I am personally way above my goal. My goal was 200%. I am at 280.73% year to date return. That is pretty great, and so this is a new record for me, so look forward to keep that going, that's for sure. So today I had one intraday trade that I need to report. It was MCRB, and I'm actually kind of annoyed with myself because I had a 2.7% loss, and that is not what should have happened. That stock climbed more than 200% today, so I was pretty annoyed with myself. I just didn't trade it well. You know, sometimes you get a perfect pick and you just don't trade a stock well, but I had set out a plan and I said if this and this happen on the stock, then I plan on getting out and exiting the stock. And so that's exactly what happened at the time frame that I was in it. So it should have been a great trade. Tomorrow will be better. And to take advantage of those early morning trades like I like to do in an intraday setting, you really need a powerful broker like Webull. I really love Webull because its market hours are really terrific. From 3 a.m. all the way till 7 p.m. Central, I can trade stock, and I love using it each and every day. It also has some powerful tools like aftermarket and pre-market runners, biggest losers, a lot of things that I like to look for possible bounce play and some other things that are going on within Webull. So it's a great broker, and if you're looking for a strong broker, I highly recommend it. Check it out in the description down below. You get 1 free stock when you sign up, and you get another free stock when you deposit money. And so that's very good. I had quite a few sales today, so I kind of need to cover all of these because man, I sold a bunch of different stuff. It was time to get out. So first one is SBH. Sold SBH for a 8% gain today. It had been 3 days since its insider activity. This was a very good trade. It was an insider swing play and it did very well. So I was very happy with it, that's for sure. I sold EHTH. Sold this for a 9.7% gain, so it had been 3 days since the insider activity, and it was another insider swing play that did very well. Sold Z for a 4.6% loss. I did not trade this very well. I bought it poorly. I didn't like where I bought it, but it had some changing fundamentals, so this was kind of a changing fundamentals play, but it didn't quite work out for me, so can't win them all. What do you do? It was time to move out. It was time for me to exit, definitely, because I felt like the stock was starting to turn against me. I sold PSTI, and I know some people have been kind of upset over this stock because it had big insider activity, and then it climbed big one day, and then it crashed for like 4 days in a row. But overall, because of where I bought it and when I started to recommend it, I made good money on this stock, and it was a good pick. So sold PSTI for a 10.5% gain. That one we had for a little over a week, and it was a very good stock, but it was just time for me to move out. It had more news today, but it didn't react to that news very much, and so the price action just wasn't there. So I sold it. I moved on. It's time to put that money into something new. And then I sold FLSR. FLSR was a solar play, and I sold it for a 4% loss. So it was not the greatest. Again, this was a changing fundamentals play, and it just didn't work out. If you want to be notified as soon as any of these things happen, or be notified when there's a new latest and greatest, I highly recommend you check out the Patreon group. We have a very good group of lots of investors, over 150 investors helping one another. And there's different strengths to each and every investor, and we share ideas. And it's a great community, and it's worth being a part of. So check that out in the description down below. All right. So right now, for me, this is something that happens every once in a while, but I've had too many choices right now. There are too many good stocks for me to go into, so I have to be a little bit more picky. Whenever that happens, you know, that's a great problem to have. Whenever that happens, you gotta pick the best of the best to have success. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm getting very, very selective in the choices that I'm making. That's what I recommend if you're doing a particular strategy or something that you're good at. My career's definitely been made on the insider swing play. That's what I like, and that's what I'm very good at. You gotta be selective, and you gotta just narrow it down to just 1 or 2 choices and pick the best of the best. You're only as good as the stocks that you're in, and so that's really, really important. Let's get to this top 7 +4, top 11. I don't know. I'm in a lot of stocks right now. I've just made a lot of picks and all of them are doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with what's going on. The first one is AVYA. So AVYA was up today 10.83%. They beat revenue and raised guidance. So I feel very good about this stock. This is definitely a changing fundamentals play and it finishing up today. So far, so good. It's doing really well. The next one is ACI. This is not in the top 7, but it's a very good pick. It finished up 0.13% right now, and it had 3 different officers buy shares, and it is grocery stores. This is basically Albertsons, and so it's a grocery store, and grocery stores are doing really well right now. They're not affected by the economy at all. In fact, they're probably doing quite a bit better than anything else. So I really like ACI for that reason, and that's one of the reasons why I bought into it. I felt like it was a good stock. So far, so good. I'm up in it a little bit. There's definitely more room to run. So this one is brand new. This is another insider swing play, and it's UGI. It's not the top 7, but it's been a good stock. Today it was up 1.35%, and we called it out right away through our Discord, and in the Patreon group I was able to take a look at that. But the director, insider buys total over 2 million, so very, very bullish activity. So I felt really good about that. The next one is out of the top 7 also. We got some really good stocks in the top 7 right now, and that is Pfizer, PFE. This is brand new to the list, and today there was insider activity, so this one is really fresh. There's still a lot more room to run because I'm actually down just a tiny bit in it. Today it finished down 0.16%, but they had a very nice little insider buy done in open market, paying the exact same price me or you would pay. So I think Pfizer is one to watch, and I think it's definitely going to move up. So this is a good one to get into. All right. Number 7, so we're finally to the top 7 list, is GPRE, and this one has been a darling since I put it on the list. It's really doing well. Today it finished up 4.53%. I don't plan on selling this one anytime soon. I really like the price action. I'm definitely hands off until I see a reason to sell, and there's definitely no reason to sell in this GPRE. There were directors and a CEO who bought shares, and today the CEO added more shares. So this is very fresh insider activity, and it was already on the list, so already way up in it. So now we have more insider activity. That's going to continue. I feel very good about that. It's a very positive catalyst. Number 6 is SLB, finished up 3.01% today. Had a good day in it. Had a $291,000 insider by Mark Papa. Mark Papa sounds like a rapper to me, so I like that one. Well, I'm calling him Mark Papa the rapper. SLB is a good stock, and so far it's done really well. Schlumberger, I think, is going to do really good. Okay, number 5. This stock, when I recommended it and talked about it in our Discord that we have, I got a little pushback on it. I was like, wow, there's some strong feelings about Boeing. So BA, this is brand new to the list. It had insider activity. It's an insider swing play. Today it finished up 5.52%. That is no surprise to me at all. It's no surprise to anyone that's in that Patreon group because we called it out and I knew this was going to happen because I know how a stock reacts when there's insider activity. And so this one just reacted really well. And we have a director buy of over 200,000, and it was done in open market, and it was just a positive catalyst for this stock that needed one, that's for sure. So with everything that's going on in the world, this stock has been really beat up. I think it's well worth over $200 a share, and so I think that this is just the beginning for Boeing to go up. All right, number 4 is LPCN. Yes, it's back. I brought it back. We got rid of it because of earnings. It was time definitely to load it up. This stock was surging, and I could see the volume picking up on it. The chart looked really good, so it was time to get into this again. Today it finished up 16.85%. I was able to steal some shares at a really good level right above support. I got a very good purchase, and I was super excited, very stoked. And so I loved that. It has an upcoming PDUFA date of August 28th. I plan on holding it, and I think this is going to be a good stock for a long while. So, all right, number 3, and this one has been fantastic. I love this stock. It is AQST. Today it finished up 10.49%. They have a PDUFA date of September 28th coming up. It is a little ways away, but I'm just loving it. I'm up a little over 30%. It's not even close to where it's going to get. There are analyst targets well over $18 a share, and I think this is one time. It doesn't happen very often. And I actually agree with the analysts. There are just too many catalysts for AQST, and it's way undervalued, so this is a great one to get into. Number 2, and this is new to the list, this is a new insider, and when I saw this insider activity, it was so strong that I had to put it at number 2, and that is XRX, Xerox. This has been a very safe stock, but it really doesn't have a lot of things going for it, but it had a $30 million insider. And so today it went up 6.38%. So I got to capture most of that move, and everyone in the group got to capture most of that move because we were in on it early. It's really, really good. So purchasing by director and the ICAHN fund. I don't know, I don't know, something like that. So that's a really good one. And number one, this has finally happened. This is a big announcement. Here we go. Number one, you've been waiting for this. You've been talking about this stock. This stock has so much hype. It's ridiculous. And finally, I put it at number one, and that is TTOO. Today, it finished up 23.53%. And I think the reason is because earnings is coming up tomorrow, and I think that's going to be huge. They are selling their sepsis test, and that testing machine costs about $100,000, and it's really important to hospitals to be able to test for sepsis within just a few hours rather than having to wait a couple of days. That's going to save lives. So this machine is extremely important, and I expect them to shed light on how their sales are going and also other things that they're doing with their sales. I'm expecting some FDA approval to happen on some different things that they have, so they have a great pipeline, and I think TTO is going to do great. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you could do me a huge favor and just hit that most amazing and wonderful like button, and then also if you would share this video with your friends, I would so appreciate it. And if you like what I have to say and you like my analysis, go ahead and subscribe, and please turn on those bell notifications so you can be notified when a new one of these videos comes out. I really enjoy talking with a lot of you, either on Stocktwits or on Patreon or even in the comments of our YouTube. I just really appreciate all the support. Let's have a fantastic day tomorrow and to blow this thing out of the water, help our P&L big time, and Raythoven out.